to thank everybody out there for submitting their questions via Facebook, Twitter, and email. I really appreciate all the support you guys have given me. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos, so without further ado, the answers you desire. How has the transition been from going from a science teacher to officially a full-time woodworker? Yes, it's actually true. I originally started as a high school science teacher, and I've now recently made the adjustment to simply have only one full-time job compared to two. You guys have been keeping me so busy with building boxes, I simply ran out of time. I decided to become an entrepreneur and open up my business to serve you. As for the transition, I actually don't even know yet. My last year ended in June. We'll see how it feels like in August. What got you started in woodworking? I got started in woodworking by basically, once I got married to my wife, we didn't have any furniture. And like most young married couples, you're pretty poor. So I didn't want to go to IKEA and buy, or Walmart, and buy some piece of crap furniture that was going to fall apart within a couple of years. So I made a conscious effort after I got out of college to concentrate and focus solely on building quality furniture that would literally become an antique forever and ever and ever. What's the hardest woodworking project you've ever built? The hardest woodworking project that I've ever done has probably got to be the table that I'm sitting at right now. This is my gaming table. You can't really see it from the perspective of where you're at right now, but this table will be featured in one of my upcoming videos. What's your favorite box to build? The Switchblade. It is an incredible box. I just love being able to build something that people have no idea how it opens. I mean, that's truly my inspiration when I'm building a lot of the boxes that I actually have. Is like when you have a box that looks similar to this, most people will not have any idea how it actually opens the first time they see it. The Switchblade is no different. The Switchblade with the individual pods on the side, people will actually go ahead and look at it and not even think it's a box at all. What are your favorite wood species you like to work with? My favorite domestic wood species will be walnut. I love walnut. I love the dark, rich tones. I built my living room furniture out of walnut, out of a tree I cut down in my cousin's backyard. But walnut's my favorite domestic species. My favorite tier 1 species is sapelli. That's what this table, in fact, is made out of. Some of the upper tier wood species I just love. I love curly birch. Cerakote has got to be probably my ultimate favorite wood species out of all of them. What are your least favorite wood species you like to work with? The first one being is Lignum vita. Lignum is basically the only naturally green appearing wood. There's massive issues with how oily the wood is and how it doesn't actually like to glue very well because of all the oil that's in the wood. It actually can seep oil into the box and get on your sleeves. It also changes color. If you put it in, it'll change from green to brown. It is really weird stuff. Are there any restrictions when working with wood? And kind of tell you a couple of examples when you start looking at some pieces of wood themselves. My son is not an aspiring woodworker, but he likes to hang out in the shop with his dad and build things. One of the interesting things one of the basic rules of woodworking is you can make wood wider by going ahead and keep on stacking pieces out this way, but you cannot make wood longer, okay? My son thinks that if he takes two pieces of wood and glue them together this way, that he will have like a ninja sword or something like that. What you need to do is you need to look at wood like a bundle of straws, okay? A bundle of straws. Now, if you have two bundles of straws, in fact, as you can probably understand, it's very easy to glue two bundles of straws this direction because what you end up with is you have this long grain and lots of surface area and glue surface area to actually stick these together. What you can't do is stick them this way, is because the glue will obviously flow down the straws themselves and actually not come in contact as well with the other piece. This is called a butt joint. Butt joints are not acceptable in the field of woodworking. This is a zebra wood deck vault. You can see just by the orientation, it's the easiest to see on camera, that the grain is clearly running left to right across this particular box. Okay, that is done specifically by design. Now, this is a zebra wood top loader. You can see clearly that the zebra wood is actually, the grain is running a different direction. This is done on purpose, okay? This is done specifically with a point of view. Now, I can explain this easily by explaining why you can't run the direction this direction with this style box. Well, first of all, you have what's called long grain and you have end grain. End grain, you can't glue things very well to the top. When you're creating the lids like this, you can see you still have long grain that run across the actual tops of the box itself. So what you're left with is still a decent area, a glue surface area to actually glue to. Like you can glue onto this and it will stick. It's not probably a great joint, but it's still a pretty decent wood joint with that. Now, one thing you can't do, because again, butt joints are bad in woodworking. You cannot take this particular box, okay, and glue to this surface. So if the grain's running this direction up and down, you can't glue the top onto the box just like this. And the reason is, again, the glue will seep down through the end grain, through the end of the straws, and go into the wood rather than providing a nice glue surface area. How effective is wood dealing with humidity? That's a great question. In fact, that's the question over the last few months that I have gotten more than any other and any other topic, talking about effectively some of the lower, more porous wood species like aromatic red cedar, for instance. I don't know how well this does at absorbing humidity. I've always been told that, and you always give people always give you the answer, well, it's used in like cigar humidor boxes. The problem is, I'm really torn on this though, is the point that cedar plays in a cigar humidor box is not to decrease humidity, it's actually to increase humidity. I don't smoke, but apparently cigars have to be basically within a certain humidity range, or otherwise they go bad, and that humidity range is like 70% humidity. If you put your magic cards in an area that has 70% humidity, your foils are going to curl, and there's going to be massive, major problems with that. Now, the other thing to consider is that, I don't know about you, but I mean, most people that I build boxes for, it seems like they double sleeve. So if you actually take a double sleeved card and you're completely enclosed in 2 layers of plastic, is that actually going to, no matter what the humidity level is at all, is it going to cause the foil to actually curl within the double sleeve? I don't know what the answer is, and I don't know if anybody is. And since I'm a former science teacher, I actually, my next upcoming video, we're going to do a humidity torture test. We're going to put some of these foil sleeve cards in some different boxes. We're going to leave them in my basement, which is about 80% humidity, and we're going to see which ones curl and which ones don't. What is your favorite MTG format? I would probably say it would be modern, but it's really close. Honestly, I love playing Pauper. What is your favorite MTG deck? Blue-Red Delver before Treasure Cruise got banned, except that card apparently is completely broken. Tell us about your new dual Dyson deck vault. This is the new dual Dyson deck vault. As most of you can probably see by some of my designs, I try and make things as compact and as efficient as I possibly can without actually sacrificing any strength or without any sacrificing any functionality of the actual box itself. This will hold 2 double-sleeved EDH decks. I have one right here, as you can see. I mean, they have sliding miter tops on top. That is a double-sleeved EDH deck in there. There is some wiggle room in there. I mean, you probably have, about a 1/4 inch extra room when you squeeze it down. The cards come in and out fairly easy. There's obviously, on the opposite side, another open area that would also fit a perfectly, a double-sleeved EDH. This particular sleeves I used on this were the Dragon Shields, so you can see that those are a little bit thicker than the standard sleeves that you would have. But this will fit 2 double-sleeved, EDH decks on the top. Now, this is where it gets great. When you flip it over to the bottom, you got a similar situation on the bottom. Except before, when I just made the normal, regular Dyson deck vault, it just carried the dice, okay? And if you had a token deck, what ended up happening with a lot of my other clients, I'd have to make these deck vaults like super big to carry these 30 tokens or whatever, and it would look a little strange. But here's what gets crazy, is that since you got your dice over here, you can just fill the inside of this up with D20s or, whatever you want. I mean, there's lots of space in here. On the opposite side, this is where you would have your tokens. You can fit like 30 double sleeve tokens, or you could also fit about 40 single sleeve tokens within this particular area over here. It is incredibly efficient to be able to house everything that you would possibly need within something that you could hold really, significantly easy. I mean, this is the most efficient thing that I can build to hold the most, material without having any sort of compromises. Again, I just wanted to thank all you guys. The past 5 years, it's been an amazing journey. Serving the MTG community has been just a true pleasure, and working with you guys and building, some of the greatest, custom gaming boxes that are out there. I mean, if you ever have any questions, feel free to contact me. Even if you previously owned a box that you have a question about, please let me know. I mean, this is my new career now. I'm in for the long haul. So anything that I can do for you guys to make your life easy, please let me know and I'll take care of it. The other thing is, please like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and check out my new website, AaronCainCustomBoxes.com. Thanks, guys.